This is going to be our fourth day of poems, and I'm just going to read one. It's a little longer. It's a very iconic poem in America and very popular this time of year in the spring when baseball season is starting. This book is called Casey at the Bat by Ernest Thayer, illustrated by Jim Hall. Casey at the Bat. Casey at the Bat. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville night that day. The score stood 4-2, but with one inning left to play. So when Cooney died at second, he didn't really die, he got tagged out. But it's poetry. And Burroughs did the same. A pallor wreathed the features of the patrons of the game. A struggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought if only Casey could get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey and Jimmy Blake at that. The former was a Lulu, and the latter was a fake. So upon that stricken multitude, a death-like silence sat. For there seemed very little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let fly a single, to the wonderment of all. And Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted and the men saw what occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more, there rose a lusty yell. It rumbled in the mountains, it rattled in the dell, it knocked upon the hillside and recoiled upon the flats. For Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing and a smile on Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his cap. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands in dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. And while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance gleamed in Casey's eye, a sneer curled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered spear came hurtling through the air. And Casey stood watching in its haughty grandeur there. Close by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. Get the ump, someone shouted in the stand. And it's likely they'd have killed him had Casey not raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage showed, and he stilled the rising tumult as he bid the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the spheroid flew. But Casey still ignored it. And the umpire said, "Strike two." "Fraud!" cried the maddening thousands. The echo answered, "Fraud." But one scornful look from Casey, and the multitude was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain, and they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. A sneer is gone from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball. And now he lets it go. And now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Well, somewhere in this favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. That line, "there is no joy in Mudville," people use very frequently when there are disappointments, especially when your team doesn't win in a sporting event. Casey at the bat.